Welcome to another edition of Father at Home. Today, have you ever wanted to taste a food item, but it was discontinued before we got to? Well, today I ended up seeing this really good looking Wendys sandwich, but it ended up leaving before I could try it. So I thought I'd do a treat for you and prepare something from recreation and see if it comes close. Today we are learning to make like the sourdough bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's. Okay, you can start by using any type of ground beef. I use the 80/40 and stuff, and you start by molding it in like two patties that are really thin, and you mold them into a square, right? You you could use as much ground beef for depending on if you're maybe having guests over or wanna show this with a friend. It's really good. So anyway, so you mold the patties and you put them real thin. And we start to cook them. We'll do this one on high for until it starts to grill a little. As you see, it's sizzling now. Looks pretty good. Okay, next up we add a little salt to our meat. Okay. That's a pinch should be good. If you add too much like this, just spread it around and it'll get done. Really seals in the flavor. Turn down your meat obviously when it starts to sizzle. Okay, now that the burgers start to bleed, we flip them a little bit. Okay, now we I think Dave would be proud of me for at least trying. They're starting to look good. We add a little more salt. So, just a pinch. Now the actual recipe itself calls for Monterey Jack, but I'm using mozzarella because I got a whole bag of it and it didn't make sense to buy cheese, but you could make it how you want. I actually like a blend of cheeses myself on there. Maybe a good way to experiment. If they overlap, just use your spatula to put it on. Looks good, doesn't it? Okay, meanwhile I'm doing the buns, right? I got sourdough ones, right? And it's really easy how to do it, right? You just slice them in half, like it's really gonna go good. Okay. It's always good to cut down in the middle of them. Looks good, doesn't it? Kind of like from San Francisco. You obviously can toast them if you want. I'm gonna do it, but it's up to you. I don't need to show you how to do. Next up, we're doing our bacon. It's always for those kids who are of course doing this with an adult. Make sure you always use tin or aluminum foil to put on there. Okay, and you put the foil on it, an aluminum pan. Obviously, I'm not only going to use this sheet because it doesn't fit. Oops, that's a double layer bacon. Okay. Now we put it in. I'm setting it to 350. You could also, of course, fry it if you like. In the meantime, these are finished patties. Look pretty good. That's part one, and I'll be back with part 2.